And hello everybody and welcome back to our Casualist Gaming. Casualist here bringing you some more Space Engineers and Heaven's Gate scenario. Guys, last time we left it, I was trying to get the batteries built up and ready and charging, which I have done. Let me tell you, it was no big thing, or no small thing either. As you see, I've got 3 left to build, and they still have a long time to charge. Yeah, guys, you know, if you look at like the down here on number 3, 26% charge. The batteries actually stole, because I had it on auto, stole the charge from the respawn point. I had to leave this thing going last night just to be able to get a charge in it. I ran out of ingredients, as you saw when you first came in. If I go back to refinery and I scroll down here, we are almost through all of the cobalt. It's taken some time, but we're almost through. Give me a second here, guys. Right. Sorry. Okay. So we are going to need more resources, and in this particular case, to finish off the production run, we're going to mostly need iron and nickel. Because if I go assembler, and then I go iron, as you see, we've got a bit of iron, we've got a bit of nickel. Alright, let's see if we've got any more nickel. Or silicon. No, there we go. So, we go back to the production run. As you see, sorry, it was actually the silicon. We were short of a ton of it. So, what I'm thinking is we start off by. Actually, do we have anywhere which has got silicon? No, we've not actually found anywhere which has got silicon yet. All right, let's show everything back on the HUD. And also you see from our construction, call it our construction yard, this is where everything is. So we've got an idea of what asteroids we've been to. Oh, excuse me. Right. Okay. So, let's get a bit of altitude here. And I said altitude, not attitude. Yeah, I went there. Okay, so at this moment in time, I can't see any. So, hold on. Is my I thought my gyroscope was off. There we go. You know what else I have done? Right, I left this on last night. I put on the invulnerable and the untargetable because, I mean, obviously I'm not going to stay up all night playing this game. I do need to build a cryopod or 3, so that's probably what I forgot to put into our... Aha. Yeah, that's what I forgot to put into our medical room. Was some more, at least a cryo chamber. Whoops. Sorry, drinks mat stuck to my coffee mug, and then dropped off. Got to be careful with this one because it's one of my favourite drinks mats. So it's sort of like made out of slate with like a nice Celtic motif on it. Whilst we're driving, flying across to this asteroid. Yeah, I was going to say let's have a look around. But yeah, on the subject of driving, no, I mean, what is it with drivers today? You know, you let them pass. You know, they're meant to just hold up their hand with their fingers all together to say thank you. But now you don't even get a thank you these days. I mean, what is up with the world today? But yeah, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, probably 9, 10 asteroids on our path home. Hopefully, we'll find a silicon deposit on the way. So I'll get back to you guys when I found it. Alright, so I found an asteroid that I'm just going away from. It's got silicon. Problem is, as you can also see, I've run out of charge by, if you pardon the pun, charging around the cosmos, trying to basically trying to sort things out. So at this moment in time, I'm heading back towards the home base, and what I'm going to do is I am going to get a huge amount of energy from the batteries that are there, because they can be charging whilst I'm running around in the respawn pod, because they've now got the solar panel array that is on a gimbal, so it's always facing the sun using the custom turret controller. Now, if you remember rightly from last time we were doing this sort of thing in other campaigns, other scenarios even, you know, it was just simply a case of you build it up, you tell it which is the azimuth, which in this case I was using the rotor, which one was the elevation, which I used the hinge, and then the camera is basically the camera that's on the array itself, if you will. So you'll see more of that when we get back to the base. Okay. Just check a few things. Right, tell you what, guys, I'm going to catch back up with you as soon as I've landed this thing on our carrier, if you will. Alright guys, we're back at base, and as you can see here, this is the solar array I was telling you about. Now, definitely need to make this bigger in every direction, but for now it is actually charging. There's the camera I was telling you about, and as you can see, if you have them back to back like this, double veined, as you see, the sun is coming up, it's hitting this side, but it's also hitting this back one as well. Now you'd think, oh, hold on, how's that possible? That's, you know, solid. But the game mechanics allow it, so, you know, let's go with it. There's the custom controller, the rotor, the hinge, you've seen the camera, so there's that, all of that. Now, like I say, been leaving this running for a bit, so let's see, where are we at? We're at 46%. Right, I had mined some stone, so let's see if we can get the stone sorted out first. Keeps on trying to throw the cobalt back in, because we need all the silicon we can get out of it, because I wasn't able to drill deep enough into the vein. Sorry. Okay, so whilst we're waiting for more of that to deal with, let's go and make a modification in our medical bay. Good news is we're still in the skeletal phase. Let's get some light on the subject. So, right, so we've got this medical bed here. So let's change this one here. Yeah, we'll take this medical bed out, and let's get rid of all of this. We will then replace that. No, we don't have access to cryo yet. Why don't we not have access to cryopods? Should have access to cryopod technology. I mean, this earlier on in the game. Hold on, have I gone past it? Problem is there's so many parts in the game these days. It's starting to become a little harder to actually see the width of the trees. Alright, O2 generator and oxygen farm will net us what we need. Okay. Well, that's an easy fix. Because what do we have? Right at the back of the ship here. So. There we go. We've unlocked the blocks that we need. Just by grinding it down beneath the hacking point. And now we go G. There we have it. Cryo chambers. Also now houses the medical bed. So the medical room, the medical station. You got the insect cryo room, which is part of the I think it's the new decorative pack. You know, and the corner medical room, which you could probably replace one of these with, you know, once I get the pack, which I will do at some point. Okay, let's hook that cryopod to the floor there, because what I'm going to do... Oops. Right, because there's the cryopod, because what we're going to now need to do is we're going to need to replace that with a conveyor port. And I think we'll do the same with that one there as well. Because obviously, you know, it's going to go down into what will become our tank room, I guess you could call it. You know, it stores all the oxygen, the hydrogen and stuff like that we'll need. Okay, I can stay like that for the moment. I need at least one. No, I need two of those. So I can go there. Is the assembler not on? No, the assembler's not on. That's why. So we'll take that now. Turn those back onto charge. 70% charge, so that's quite good. I mean, we'll be able to do quite a lot with that. Hey, I had 2 interior plate. Didn't I? Okay. Strange, but okay. Okay, so that's now achieved everything I wanted to do. So yeah, we've got a basic cryo chamber there. Yeah. Now, what we could do, I suppose, is that could be like, you know, like our primary one for in the medical room. But we could have another medical room for, like, if we had other players working with us. Would be nice, but so far I don't have any volunteers to work with me on this project. Alright, let's see if we're getting this unknown signal. So if you hear me drinking, I've got a camera relentless. I'm going through to try and help me keep me going. Right, what we got? Oh, wow, quite a lot of credits in there. Where's the button? Is that the button? Yeah. The Badger Drill. Hey. Well, once we get one of these medical rooms up and trucking, we'll be able to. Oops. We'll be able to see what one of those looks like. Oh, look at that. Nice. Tons of resources for us. Right, with the resources that we've got, we can start thinking more about what we're going to do next. Like I said to you the other day, I was thinking about how we could proceed with right, that would be the door, with an engineering room. Now, I was thinking about this long and hard actually last night, and whilst I was attempting to try and get to sleep. You know how it is sometimes, you've got a project like this in mind and it is the only thing that's on your mind. You just can't seem to shake it. And it struck me. So far all I'm doing is the interiors. I mean, this could be a few layers bigger for the manufacturing area, and it wouldn't be a problem, because you look at most starships, are they always flat? No, you look at the Star Destroyer, it's triangular. You look at it at the top, it's triangular. Look at it from the side, it's triangular. Look at it from the front, it's actually a diamond. But so, yeah, you look at the Battlestar Galactica, it's chunky, got like a chunky-ish nose at the front-ish, thinner middle section, big old engine array at the back. You look at the Starship Enterprise, yeah, don't matter which one it is, NX through to the J, yeah, the Universe class. You know, there are all sorts of weird and wonderful shapes to house everything. You know, and they've got bulbous bits here and there to house arrays and components and knickknacks of every shape and form. So why can't we do that here? ... Answers on postcard. So, let's get our refinery. Let's get the industrial variant so that we can see this. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, that meets in level with the current roof, I guess you call it, as you can see. And it's sitting on the floor of the lower deck. So, what can we do about it? Do we want to do anything about it? And the answer is probably yeah. Because we take this. This is just interior wall. It's not exactly going to have the hit points that we're looking for. So we'd probably be casing a lot of this in heavy armour eventually. Just to be able to do what we need to do. So, and then like here, what we can have is if this was out one more tile, we could have like a door. We can have doors going across the top of these refinery sections. We could even in the middle here have like a ramp going down or something to be able to get to the lower deck. The choices are endless, really. However, we do need to start considering our engineering section, because we need to be able to how do I word this? We need to be able to start refining things, get better yields, and we also need to have assemblers that are much, much quicker than what we currently have on the respawn pod. And then we can actually take out the current parts on the respawn pod and replace them with cargo pods. So, the question is, how do we go about this? I think by seeing where are we at. Still trying to refine everything else except for the stone. Okay, let's put that in there. Actually, all right. Let's come back to that in a minute. We want that one. Because by the looks of it, we're almost done with all the power components.
Energy low.
Yeah, we've always got to make sure we've got the energy to be able to do what we need to do. Alright, so let's put in the word power. Don't know why it's all in capitals. Because we need more power. Sorry, I don't do that justice. It's a joke that was being done for, I think it was 7 Days to Die. Yeah, it was called the More Power Incentive. Because there's a business in 7 Days to Die. You know, if you travel around the map, called more Power. I think it was like Mo Power or something like that, if I remember correctly. And somebody did it's on YouTube somewhere. This whole, more power, come to us for all your electronic needs, or something like that. It was absolutely brilliant. I mean, the way this guy pulled it off was like spot rollick on. Sometimes it does make me a little jealous that I can't speak like that. More power, come to us for your electronic needs. They just have the voice for it, whereas I don't exactly know what my voice is for. Somebody once said it even helps them to relax. Okay. Most people it just annoys the hell out of. Okay, so that's power supplies finally done. Hey, look at that. We got 30 batteries sitting there on auto, recharging our mining type vessel. Where are we at? 100% charge. So that's cool. So if we now turn all the batteries, can I get different fingers? Because mine seem to be dyslexic. We'll change those back to recharge. We'll go through them. Yeah, there we go. Fully recharged in 1 day. Well, that's cool. Because when we go out with this vessel, we're hunting down silicon or whatever. We can do that now without any problems whatsoever. Okay, so I think next real thing is I'm going to take all of this because I think I'm going to go after silver first more than anything. Actually, no, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a corner here. There we go. So at least we can if we come down, we can walk on it. We can get around here. Okay. So which one should we have as a corner one? Yeah, we'll have that one as the old school medical. That one will change to a corner one because I'm planning on getting the update later on today ish. Alright, so there's the planter. Oh, that was a sci-fi interior wall. Did not intend for that. Okay, is that everything? Yeah, that's everything out of there. Load of steel plate into that. Right, so what do we do with the rest of the steel plate? I think we... No, already have. Cool. Actually, do you know what I do want to do? There's a gate in here somewhere. You can get. It's like a big door. There it is. So I need complete action on any of these types of doors. Oh, that's easy to do again. Because what I'm going to do is it going to be under doors or is it going to be under a different section? Yeah, airtight hangar doors. Yeah, so how big is this door? Too big. Unless what we do is have maybe something like this. And then hold on, I need one more block over. Or do I? No, I don't think I do. Because if I'm looking at this correctly, there we go. Yeah, because there's the aperture for it. Comes across to this sort of thinner area here. So what we could do is have it so now that'd be too thin, wouldn't it? Maybe have something like that. So, I mean, let's give it a... run out of steel. But I think you guys are already starting to get the idea of where I'm going with this. Yeah, having sort of like a big entrance into the engineering bay because it's a big old section. You know, sort of give it that grandiose feel rather than having a tiny little door that then opens up into this huge chamber. It just doesn't seem right, does it? It doesn't seem natural. I mean, you look at Star Trek Next Generation. Every time they had a warp core breach, that big door came down. Yeah, all around the warp core. You look at Babylon 5. You look at Stargate SG-1. You look at Battlestar Galactica, Star Wars. You name me a TV series. What do they all have in common? They have these big old doors to the engineering sections and things like that. So that, in my opinion, is going to be sort of our same calling card. Because here we go. So we've got this. All right. There we go. So yeah, so you're coming down this corridor. You've got the big old engineering section arch. You come through. You're in engineering, and you've got all of these like lining each of the walls. You've got assemblers at the back end or something, and I don't know. I haven't figured out how it's all going to put together yet. But you get the idea. It's going to be huge. It's going to be epic. You know, we're talking grand scale stuff here. Now, yeah, I'm not 100% sold on these things. I need to look through all the components, but we're starting to get a bit more of the ship built. We're starting to get a bit more of the idea. I'm going to play around with a few ideas, and I'll get back to you next episode, and you'll see where we're going on this. So I'll be back in a minute. Right, so if we can get this built up correctly, that'd be great. I mean, like I say, we've got so many blocks to potentially go through. I mean, could do maybe something like the round armoured slope maybe. So just have a look through before we call this all a day and settle on one particular look or build. There's nothing that really cuts the mustard, is there? I mean, could have really done with something that's a bit thinner, but there we go. But like I said, Let's try the round ones. I'm actually curious. That might actually work better. Okay. So let's build this up.
Energy low.
Let's get the gate being built. I mean, this is probably going to take some time to build. Let's get all the quick components out of the way. All the sheet metal can do last. I have a feeling that's going to look epic. I mean, we may want to think about maybe having some of the components inside different colours, so not everything is black. Now, I do like the carbon fibre. That does look good. I'm thinking maybe a yellow. I mean, what do you think? I think that would look quite nice. Quite striking against the black. I mean, we can always change it in a minute once we've got the gate built. I don't know what we can also do. Whilst we are also waiting for that gate to finish being built as well, if we go in here, yeah, grab the medical room. We'll also change the colour of that as well. Production. That's the only part that we're going to have some real problems on. We need the silver. I mean, look at that. We're about halfway through the steel plate already. Refinery's gone back to doing the cobalt again. Yeah, I just want to get through all the. There we go. We've got through all the stone. So once it gets through all that, it's going to get back to the cobalt. Eventually, we will get through the rest of that cobalt. I mean, honestly, I did mine out way too much of a chunk. Alright, tell you what. While we're waiting. Alright, so we'll disconnect. Oh, blimey, we obliterated that block. Gonna have to be careful with that. Because iron engines do have a habit of destroying stuff. Where is the one with the silver? Up there. So that's what, 5 kilometers away. So in the meantime, it's chugging away quite happily through all of this. Alright, as we get closer, we'll find out where the magnesium is and where the silver is. Okay, so silver is somewhere further down below. So about 400 meters out. Should be close. Yeah. Alright, looks like we've got an aperture here. Oop. Damn, what did we hit? Did we damage anything? Yeah, we did. That was careless of me. I should have gone outside. Right, can't get it from the assembler. Why can't we get it from the assembler? Can't get it from the assembler because... Oh yeah, the conveyor is busted. Alright. So we need interior, we need steel plate, steel tube, sorry. So we're going to have to nick from all of this. Hell, I'm not really bothered. Grab some of that while we're at it. Display, computer, construction, motor. Tell you what, this is going to take forever to repair, so I'm going to just jump back a bit. Oh, quite a way back of the looks of it. Bother. I knew I should have put a flashlight on there or something like that, you know, to be able to, you know, really see what's going on. Not flashlight, sorry, searchlight, something. Right, I think this is where I just got the medical room. So what I decided to do was go in here, go bump, 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 and then we'll gently go up. There we go. Nickel, eyes made. Ah, there it is. So let's head for the right of it this time around, because last time we headed for the left, and then we found out it's got that nice big aperture. Hopefully we'll be able to get to the silver from there quite easily, and be able to get, well, frankly, in. Frankly, when it comes to it, we don't need that much silver. We just need enough to be able to generate the medical room. Oops, a bit too fast. Right, I see the way in. It's more like a gaping maw. Like a series of tunnels more than anything. Right, I think we've got contact with one of the drill items, so... see if we can get... where's the best point? 17... 17.2... Alright, so... yeah, I'm going to do a bit more on the up and the down. Let's see if we aim for... see if we can spin our way in. Losing where I'm at. Oh. Got to the point again where I've got more material than I know what to do with. Trying to get it so I've got more cobalt than anything else, but alright guys, I think what it's going to be now is I'm going to have to leave it here. I'm going to allow this to refine through everything and slowly but surely see if I can get to the silver, because so far we've not picked any silver up. We've got plenty of other materials by the looks of it, but nothing it seems to be yeah, it all seems to be now it's just a case of just waiting for this stone to process, the cobalt to process, and keep coming back to see if we can get the resources that we need. I think, however, is there an easy way out of here? Any real way out? It's like something else has been in here trying to... I think this is sort of where in Star Wars, you know, that there's that creature in the asteroid. jumps out at you, you know. No, that's not our drill site. Where's our drill site? Oh, I didn't see that before. That's quite cool. Alright. I think for now, this is where I try and get the heck out of here. So we've got a little bit of sunlight. There's that. Alright, there's freedom. Judging from where the sun is, we'll go that way. Alright guys, I'm going to leave all of this stuff running. Yeah, we'll basically come back to it next time and see what's left. Because at this moment in time, we've still got loads of resources going through the processor. I've got all this cobalt to deal with. So if I head back to our base, I'm going to build the gate, build the well, what I can of the medical bay, and then see if I'm getting our why am I? Ah, there we go. See about getting, say, our engineering bay on the go. Getting at least one of the refinery plant. One, getting the assembler off the ship and on into that refinery plant, and hopefully start better power management for this ship, because at this moment in time, that refinery, that assembler, is chewing through the power like it's going out of fashion. We just need to get in, get the resources, get out with this ship. So I think that's going to be in part 3, 4 even. We are going to have the carrier, or that was currently off the carrier, refining stuff, and then having the respawn pod as just a dedicated mining ship, just to collect the materials for the carrier to then process. So I hope you enjoyed the episode, guys. I mean, I'll leave you with this nice view of the refinery chugging away through the stone. And I hope you guys will join me next time here on Archangela's Gaming. Thank you, and bye for now.